about parabolas. We see parabolas in our everyday lives. Like in lacrosse. After being in Miss Hayes' class, I've realized that the drawing lacrosse is a perfect example of a parabola. To see what I'm talking about, watch this clip. P.S. Do not try this at home. This is an image of the graph made in Logger Pro. These points were made from the video clip of me and Landon doing the draw. These points show the progression of the ball moving. As you can see, these points form a parabola. This image is of the graph made in GSP. We took our points from the last graph made on Logger Pro and put them into GSP. GSP then helped us find an equation for this problem. This equation helps us do the individual component of the project and also helps us to answer our problem. Okay, so let's look at the problem again. Sophia and Landon are at lacrosse practicing the draw for their next game on Saturday. Their coach wants to know how long the lacrosse ball is in the air. Use the equation to find the time. So, after reading the problem, we know that this problem is asking for time because it says their coach wants to know how long the lacrosse ball is in the air. So we know that that's the variable we have to find. So, because of the GSP graph, we know that our equation is h equals negative 420t squared plus 480t plus 146. Okay, so there's two ways to solve this. You can either use the quadratic equation or you can use factoring. We chose to use the quadratic equation. So as you can see here, this is the quadratic equation. Okay, so as you can see, there's, after the negative b, there's a minus and a plus sign separated by a slash. So that means that, okay, so you're going to do this quadratic equation 2 times. So the first time, you're going to do one or the other. So our group chose to do the plus sign first. So you're going to go ahead and do that whole equation, plugging in your numbers, and then you're going to do it with the minus sign shown here, doing the same thing, plugging in your numbers. Okay, so just to explain it a little bit more, we got that negative 480 at the beginning. That is our b in the equation. And then next is the b squared. So we have 480 squared. And then we're going to do a minus 4. And then we do the a and c. So a was negative 420. And then c, which was 146. And they're going to do it over 2 times a. And a was negative 420. Okay, so if there are two equations, one using the minus sign, one using the plus sign, how do we know which one's right? Well, so our problem is asking for time, and time can't necessarily be negative, so we're gonna look for the answer that comes out to be positive. So the equation that used the plus sign, the first one we did, the answer turned out to be negative. So we knew that that wasn't going to be the equation we were using. So we went ahead and calculated the other quadratic equation we did, same one, but just a negative sign instead, and we got 1.392, which was a positive number. So we knew that the answer was 1.392 seconds.
That's how a parabola is modeled in everyday life.